From News 9, this is breaking news.
Dangerous police chase going on right now in South Oklahoma City. Bob Mills SkyNews 9 up above with Jim Gardner in the air. Jim, talk to us.
Well, that's right, Amanda. Right now you're looking at that car that the police are in pursuit of. Now this is on Southeast 44th, and we'll be coming up to I-35 here shortly. But what I've been told was that this is possibly a robbery suspect. When the police tried to make contact with that person, he tried to run over a lieutenant of the Oklahoma City Police Department. They have been following him for quite a while here. He is now coming up to Eastern, so we're westbound on Southeast 44th coming up to Eastern here. When he came up to close to I-35, he was in traffic, and they tried to catch him and walk up to the car there at Southeast 44th and I-35, and he refused. They had their guns drawn on him, but he just drove off and got around and started down Southeast 44th to the east here. And then he got to the east a little ways here, just west of Tinker, and they tried to confront him again, and he turned around and came back westbound on Southeast 44th. We are now going southbound here on, I believe that's going to be Eastern, so he's southbound on Eastern here at high rate of speed. And let's see what's the next road here that we got coming up. And it looks like it's going to be Southeast 59th. So he is still Southeast 59th, running at a very high rate of speed. Again, Oklahoma City's kind of backed off here because Air 1 is in the air, and he's going to run right through this four-way stop. It looked like he may have had the light there, though, and he just blew right through that four-way stop. We're reaching high speeds now, coming up to I-240 here. So pretty soon we'll be coming up to I-240. He's kind of slowing down now. Oh, boy, he just missed that truck that was pulling out of a driveway there. So again, we're coming up to, got some traffic up here. He's probably going to go in the opposite lane of traffic. Yes, well, he's sliding, he's lost it.
And he has flipped
several times.
This is
I think he was ejected from the car there.
This is a suspect who apparently tried to rob a store.
This is going to be right before we get to I-240, and right before you get to the train tracks here. And this is kind of in an industrial area, but he whipped by that truck and he just lost it and couldn't control it, hit the curb and rolled several times here. Oklahoma City is coming out with their guns drawn, telling that person to back away here. I don't know if I don't know if he was ejected or not. So Bridge is telling me now that was a bumper. So
very close calls as he was taking police on this pursuit. Just a little background as we try to figure out exactly what's going on right now. This suspect apparently was robbed a store and then took off, and that's when the pursuit started. We are looking at the end of this pursuit. Jim, police are still just making sure that this suspect is not going to cause any issues for them. Is that right?
Well, that's right. You know, they got to be real careful, because it's something like this, when a person refused to stop that many times with guns drawn on him and basically just pulled away, you don't know what he's going to come out with. You know, and they are being very cautious here. They have the roadblock that is Eastern Avenue here, right before you get to I-240. It's in an industrial area, so they have now shut down Eastern right now, and they're not. We got traffic coming up from the south, and they don't have any officers on the south side of this. I can't imagine that. I think they're trying to tell people to stop and back away here as they wait to see if this suspect is going to come out of the car, if he's conscious or whatever. But that was a pretty good wreck right there at the end when he lost control, hit the curb, went up on the curb, and then just couldn't. It looks like the passenger door is up. He is coming out. So he is coming out.
And he is giving up. Jim, as you were on this chase, did you see any more than just one person inside that vehicle?
No, I didn't. I did not. And he came out the passenger door there. He's trying to get in. I mean, police are telling him to get down. Well, oh, he had a dog. Oh, the dog's on him.
Police have their canine out there, and they are taking him down right now. It looked like he was about to give up.
He was trying to get back in his car. I guess he was going to try to drive away again. I just can't imagine that. But he refused to follow officers' orders there and tried to get back in the car. And basically, they have now got him under control. They have Oklahoma City and Oklahoma Highway Patrol on the scene here. So again, what was that they threw? I'm not sure what they tossed away right there. But again, it looks like they finally got him under control here. And really the good thing, Amanda, out of all this is nobody got hurt. Nobody got hurt except, he destroyed his car. But no innocent bystander was hurt or anything, and it came to an end here at Southeast 44th, right north of I-240 here.
And Jim, right before
he lost control and rolled several times and came to rest, and they got him out he got out on the passenger side, refused to follow police orders, and then came around the driver's side, man, and it looked like he was trying to get back in to drive off again. And that's when they moved in and took him into custody. Jim Gardner reporting live from Bob Mills SkyNews 9. Back to you.
You're absolutely right, Jim. It looked like at one point he had his hands up, but then he walked around, looked like he was going to try to take off again. And OCPD, OHP, not about to let that happen. You might recall we had a pretty big chase that we covered right here live on News 9 just about a week ago. In fact, last week, Thursday, and that chase went on for about an hour. That was a dangerous one as well, but also like this one, that suspect was taken into custody without any major incident. And with this one, Jim, you saw this guy. He got really close to some other vehicles out there, but I didn't see any that were hit.
No, none were hit, but once he almost hit that semi pulling out the drive there, and he swerved around it. When he swerved back, that's when he lost control and just couldn't maintain it because he was traveling at a pretty high rate of speed and hit the curb and rolled the car several times. Came to rest there, but yeah, that was pretty bizarre at the end there, Amanda, that he got out of the passenger side and then kind of held his hands up, and then officers was telling him to get on the ground, and he walked around to the driver's side and literally looked like he was trying to get back in the driver's side, and he was going to try to drive off. So that's when they moved in and took him into custody here. But again, what started this whole chase was that this is a robbery suspect, and when they stopped him, and there was an Oklahoma City police lieutenant that confronted him, he tried to run over that lieutenant, and that's what started this pursuit. And luckily, again, Amanda, it came to a good end here at Southeast 44th, just before I-240, with nobody getting hurt. Jim Gardner reporting live from Bob Mills SkyNews 9. Back